Sometimes video games get banned in certain countries, and while it usually concerns violent video games that cross the line, sometimes the reason for banning a video game aren't that obvious and even downright ridiculous. Get ready for 7 bizarre video game banning controversies. Football Manager 2005 isn't an offensive or violent game at all, but it still got banned in China. This all happened because the game recognizes Tibet, Hong Kong, and Taiwan as independent countries. The Chinese government claimed that the game threatened their sovereignty and territorial integrity. SEGA reacted by stating that it was never its intention to upset the Chinese government and that they would remove the countries from the Chinese version of the game. EA Sports used to make a pretty good fighting game called EA Sports MMA. However, the game wasn't released in Denmark because it contains marketing for energy drinks. In Denmark, energy drinks like Red Bull and Monster are considered to be dangerous and it's forbidden to advertise them. EA reacted on the ban by stating that their energy drink sponsor deal is part of the perception of the sport and thus the game. With EA not patching the game, Denmark missed out on this one.
New Radius isn't very friendly to graph artists. If they catch you, it's a wrap. And if they don't, be ready to run.
Mark Echo's Getting Up, Contents Under Pressure is a video game for PC, PS2, and Xbox in which you take down rival gangs by spraying paint all over the place. The game wasn't given a rating in Australia and therefore technically banned since it glorified the use of graffiti. Multi-millionaire US fashion designer Mark Echo responded by saying gaming is a misunderstood cultural movement that is not about teaching illegal activities.
This is a vamp. Drop your shit. I want your paint, your black book. Give it up now.
Guess what time it is? Yep, time for a beatdown. Get the new kid. Beat him down.
Rockstar's Bully gave many gamers a great virtual trip to their high school years, but unfortunately not in Brazil. The game got banned because of the fact that it takes place in a school and therefore could be potentially harmful for children and adults. Anyone caught selling the game has to pay a fine of 1,000 Brazilian real, which is about $270 American dollars.
Pretend we're friends. Walk with me. I'll pay you $2. $2? Are you crazy? Make it 5.
Then, 2 weeks ago, we picked up this transmission.
Spec Ops: The Line is a great game that takes the military shooter genre to new emotional heights, since it also highlights the horrific side of war. At a certain point in the game, a large part of the city of Dubai is destroyed. The United Arab Emirates probably didn't like that aspect of the game since they banned it. They even blocked access to a pre-release demo 2K put out prior to the game's release. Too bad, because it was a great game.
لقد نجحت في هذا الاختبار. انتقل إلى الباب لاختبار آخر.
The in 2010 released Medal of Honor was banned from 49 GameStop stores located on various US military bases around the world. However, military personnel were allowed to play the game inside the base, they just couldn't buy it there. The controversy started because it was possible to play the role of the Taliban in multiplayer mode. The US military said it didn't want to sell the game out of respect for the men and women serving their country. Right before release, Fallout 3 was refused classification in Australia because it was accused of glorifying drug use. Back then, the game had morphine as a health pickup and that didn't go over well with the Australian ratings board. Bethesda quickly changed the name to a more generic Med-X and all was fine again in the land of the kangaroo. It would have been a shame if Australian gamers missed out on such an awesome game.
You'll have to kill us first. Go ahead. Shoot. All right, knock it off.